Hi, I'm Netha DeVoe. I've been hanging out with Fusion since Fusion became Fusion. My faith has grown very recently. I've been in the church for a while, and I've struggled with my faith for a while, just trying to grow it and not being successful. And I had a moment when we came to the Good Friday service when we had some time to just sit quietly and ask God about what in our spiritual life we needed to work on. Where could we use some improvement? What came to me was, yeah, you do need to work on reading your Bible, but what I need you to work on is talking to people about God. And that was kind of a changing moment for me. When I was told that, I was like, okay, so God, in the Bible, when you told Moses that he was going to lead the Egyptians out of slavery, he said that he wasn't a very good talker either, and you helped him. So if you really want me to talk to people, then maybe just give me a little bit of help. That's what I talked to God about. And he did. And I was in my Connect group a couple of weeks ago, and I just had to tell them, I love my Connect group. I just had to share with them because it was that week since that Good Friday service, it was that week that he put 2 conversations on me, not one, but 2. One was with my son's friend, their mom, and she and I were hanging out, and she was just talking, and I don't even know how it came up, but I just was talking to her about my church, and she's like, yeah, I've been looking to get into church, and it's not feasible for her to come to mine because she lives in Monroe. But we were talking about reading the Bible, and I said, I've been struggling with reading the Bible for so many years. And I said, but, my Connect group gave me this tool, and then I talked to my pastor about struggling in Genesis and how, all this stuff. And he said, start in the New Testament, so that's what I've been doing, and it's been working great, and this tool's been working great. And I said, my Connect group is wonderful, and I was telling her all these things. I said, and it's just like, she was so open to the conversation, and I was able to share my faith, and I gave her the reading tool, and we went to the mall, and I helped her pick out a Bible. I said, it was wonderful, and it wasn't even hard. I said, and then the next day, I said, I talked to my neighbor. Now, this is a neighbor who just a couple months ago hurt my feelings. I said, and she could ask me a question, and I was like, well, come to my porch, and I'll talk to you about that. And I solved her question, and she said something. We got into a conversation, and I was like, yeah, I get to walk to church because it's so close. And she's like, oh, where do you go to church? And so I started talking about my church, and I talked about my small group and talked about my Bible. And before I knew it, I'd invited her to church, and I talked about the small group and how this small group that I'm a part of is so, it's like a family. I said, and that's 2 people in 1 week. It wasn't even hard. He just gave me the words. And it's like, I said, I've been in this church 9 years, and I've been struggling with reading my Bible, and haven't talked to anybody about my faith. I've been in so many Connect groups, and they've been okay. I said, but it's just changing. It's just changing. I just want to say thanks to each and every person in my Connect group, and a special thanks to Quentin, because he has really taught me some things about reading the Bible and some things about my faith that I just didn't know. And I'm just really happy where I'm at, and really excited for where I'm going.